Hello everyone, this is Jim from the Art of Finance. Welcome back to our channel. We are with you on 2nd of December intraday analysis. Let's start with some news, then we will cover some charts with you. First of all, we have received ISM data yesterday and it was positive and more than expected. So it was really good data for manufacturing in US. That means bottlenecks in US are being sold and then they are passing away. So this is good, but at the same time, the US reported first Omicron case, Omicron variant case in US. They said in San Francisco one was detected, and right now having mild symptoms and nothing to worry about. But at the same time, still, this is the first case. It all started the same in Delta variant. We have seen one case, but then it was the mainstream. All right, that's important. And the freshest news in the world is WHO Africa branch has released a press conference, and then they said right now they are seeing the fastest ever community transmission inside Africa because of this Omicron variant, and that is affecting all other indices. That's why we are covering 3 charts today, and then 2 of them is indices. All right, and another data release, macroeconomical data, is European area unemployment rate that has dropped to 7.3. Let me just give you what that means. Just before pandemic, it was really low, and then maybe like a lowest level, 7.1, and right now we are getting closer to that point. But it's kind of there's a sad story behind that one. There is not much factory opening, not people finding new jobs, or employment is getting higher and higher. It's all because of replacements. People are unfortunately dying from this disease, and people who are unemployed are taking place of them. Then we are just seeing that decrease in these unemployment rate, and that's why the markets didn't react this data that much, because the story behind it's not so clear. It's not about the development in euro area. It's about the population on that places. It's already that one. Also, fertility rate, by the way, in Europe is a historical low right now. We see that one. Less people with these current conditions are having babies. That's also affecting the future of European Union. I'm not saying because of this reason unemployment is decreasing, but for the future, less people will be in working age, and then the replacement by current workers will be less. Even we will see worker shortages in Europe soon if not enough immigration happens. That's the biggest scenario. All right, let's look at the graphics. All right, the charts. As you can see on chart, the first one is DAX index. On DAX index, we see a decline especially after these WHO Africa branch made that speech, and we see decline. And I'm still saying that European Central Bank has injected a lot of money with quantitative easing, so that money is with us in Europe, in European investors, and eventually it will go up and it will test record levels, 16K levels. But right now, first we have to see a progress in these COVID cases, especially in Germany. The people who died under 24 hours is more than right now 400, and it's growing in the coming days. If we don't see a progress in new cases, a decrease on the new cases reported, then we will see 500, 600, maybe even 1000 new deaths on the last 24 hours. When we hear those stories, we may hear the possibility of hearing another lockdown in Germany is getting higher and higher. And with this possibility, the markets cannot rise more than that one. Let me just show you. You see on 15422 area, it cannot go higher than this level. It is trying, but every attempt on that level is getting rejected with another news. All right, so when you trade, always be cautious. I know this is really good area to buy that one, and more than 1000 points has dropped since this thing, but still it's with us. All right, let's look at what's happening in NASDAQ.
You are ready to win with us. GAN Markets.
All right, we are on NASDAQ chart. As you can see here, NASDAQ is testing a low level of 16K, just below that one. And let me just show you this support line. All right, here you can see better. This support line is just trying to hold it there, but if it cannot hold, we may see faster decline until to 15.600K levels. Reason is this Omicron fast transmission rate, and these every day we are hearing a negative scenario. Just 2 days ago, when we see the first decline in NASDAQ, it's all because of Moderna, and then the CEO of Moderna said that an update may be needed, and we are working on it, and then we will deliver that the first updated version of our vaccines in the first month of 2022. He said like this, and then we have seen sharp decline, and then we have seen yesterday the first case reported in US in San Francisco, another decline, and we right now heard from WHO officials and transmission rate is fastest we have seen in South Africa thanks to Omicron, and people just get fear of that one. That's why we see another decline. It's so less right now, not a big deal, but it was about on recover, as you can see here, but right now it's just testing below of support line. That's critical. If it cannot hold there, then more sell-off will happen there. So please be cautious, and then respect cautiously and trade cautiously. All right, yeah, this is important. We should hear some good news from vaccine manufacturers, especially Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson should say to go up to make the market higher, should definitely say that our vaccines are protecting you from these new variants. All right, let's see what's happening in Canadian dollar in Japanese yen. All right, as you can see here, Canadian dollar and Japanese yen parity is just behaving correlation with US oil. Why? Because the Canadian economy is not like Saudi Arabia, but definitely a lot of export revenue is coming from sales, oil sales from Canada to US in Permian Basin, and we see a lot of oil production, and they are getting a lot of money from that sales. So if the oil prices goes down, then that means there will be less revenue in Canadian market, in economy, and the value of Canadian dollar will be less. Because of this reason, we see decline. All right, let me just show you. And oil prices recovering and Canadian dollars and dipping. Oil prices recently 2 times in a day, and from 67 area tested 64 area 1 and 2. Each time we see lower level of Canadian dollar. All right, let me just show you right now. If this level, if 88 level doesn't work, then we will see another decline in Canadian dollar until to 86 level, and that is important. And right now almost trying to stay above in a tight range above support line. If it doesn't succeed, then we will see more sell-off. That's why OPEC should say something important to avoid this fall in oil prices. Then we may see a rebound from these points. All right, thank you so much for watching us. We will be together on more news, and we will cover more analysis with you this afternoon, and there will be more data we have received in this afternoon. All right, have a nice and profitable day. Bye.